Hello and welcome back to another of our Pilates workout videos. Today I'm going to go through my top 5 favourite exercises. So the ones that I really enjoy doing and I feel like I get a really good workout from, so hopefully you'll get a similar benefit. I think I've chosen ones that should give a bit of a variety, working some different muscles. There's a fair amount of abs work, but there's also some stretches there, a bit of work from our glutes through our waist. So I hope you enjoy. I'm going to start by bringing ourselves down onto our backs, and we're going to just have a quick run through our rest position, our neutral position in lying before we get started. So feet, start with them together, let the toes turn out, let the heels follow, that will bring them parallel and hip width. Thighs are parallel and we've got a neutral position through our spine to start off with. Heavy through the tailbone, small curve in the lower part of the back. The back of the head is heavy into your cushions. I've got a little Pilates cushion, but a folded towel would do perfectly as well. The back of the rib cage is connected into the floor, and think about lengthening through the top of your head, so just bringing length into the whole of the spine. Take a big breath in, and as you do that you should feel your ribs pressing down into the floor, and then breathe out, give a really long exhale, and you should start to feel your centre engaging at the end of that long breath out. So another breath in, and then as you breathe out, try and feel those pelvic floor muscles engaging, a little bit more connection into the very deepest abdominals. So the first exercise we're going to start with is double leg stretch, level 1. So thinking about the neutral position, we're starting by taking a breath in, and as you breathe out, stretching your leg away from you, the arms moving in the opposite direction. Make sure you stay in neutral. Breathe in, bring the arms back down to your side, switching to the opposite side. Breathing in to bring the arms back down. I've started this with arms directly overhead. If you wish, you can do the traditional arm circles of the one leg stretch or the double leg stretch. I'm a little bit short of space here, so I'm sticking just with the straight overhead arms. Okay, so that's level 1. Just watch out as those arms go back overhead. Make sure that you're keeping that rib cage connection there. Don't let your back arch off the mat. So level 2, bring one leg up into tabletop. If you're not ready for the double leg tabletop for level 2, you can just stick with a single leg tabletop, but otherwise deepen through the abdominals and let the second leg float up. Our legs just gently press together for a little bit of extra stabilisation, and then we're bringing the arms up overhead. We'll do the arm circles this time. So we're breathing out to take the arms back, and then breathing in to circle them round. So it's like 2 half circles we're working with here. So the out breath as those arms go up back overhead, breathe in to circle round. So we're keeping on working with these arm circles, working with our breathing, making sure we're staying in neutral, and making sure the back of the rib cage isn't lifting up. You can stick with this if you want, or you can then take it into level 3, where we're adding in a one leg stretch movement along with those arms. This is double leg stretch level 3. Only lower the legs down as far as you feel you can control. It doesn't need to be a really low movement. To make it a little bit more gentle, point that leg more up towards the ceiling. Whatever you feel that you can control. So let's do last 2 to each side of double leg stretch level 3. Going to give you level 4 just in a second, but to prepare for that, let's bring the arms down, one foot down, the other foot down. We're going to do just 2 or 3 abdo prep, just to get a little stretch, a little bit of movement into the upper part of the back. Prepare ourselves for double leg stretch level 4. So the hands at the back of the head, head's really heavy into the cushions, and we're going to take a breath in, and then breathe out, fold forward. Feel those bottom ribs gliding down towards your hip bones. Take a breath in to hold, and then breathe out, lower back down again. So that head is staying really heavy. Watch that you're staying in neutral. Ribs are gliding down, breath in, breathe out, lower back down again. Make sure that the chin's not coming down onto the chest. Let's do one more of those. And then we're just going to briefly revert back to our double leg stretch. So last little section of double leg stretch that I'm going to do today. So this is double leg stretch level 4. So we're bringing one leg up into tabletop, second leg up into tabletop. We're bringing the arms up, and then we're bringing in an abdominal prep as well. So we're taking a breath in, breathe out, arms back, leg extending away, breathing in to return. Breathing out, breathing in. So keep that breastbone lifted up, stay in neutral. And we're going to let's do last 2 to each side. So last 2 of double leg stretch, level 4. Arms down, head down, one foot down, the other foot down. We're sticking with the abdominals just for a little bit longer for oblique abdominal prep, and then moving into crisscross for those of you who'd like to join me in crisscross. So hands at the back of the head again, oblique abdominal prep. Take a breath in, breathe out, come forward, and there's that little twisting movement as we think about the bottom rib on one side coming across to the opposite hip bone. Breathe in to lower back down again. Breathe out, switch to the other side. Breathe in to lower down. So with this one, with this level, each time the head is lowering back down, you've got a little bit of a breather there. Make sure that your elbows are staying the same distance apart. So your elbow is going to move across the midline, but it shouldn't move any closer towards your opposite elbow than where we are. Okay, so this is oblique abdominal prep. We can now move it into crisscross level 1. Both legs are up. We're breathing out to come forward onto the diagonal, breathing in to return. Breathing out to come forward, breathing in to return. If you wish, you could just stick with a single leg tabletop with this one. If the double leg tabletop feels a little bit too much. Okay, and the last progression of this exercise is crisscross. This one, we're bringing in a one leg stretch movement. It's a lot faster. Your head's not coming down. So we're getting some real endurance work with these abdominals. So you're doing 2 movements with an in breath, 2 movements with an out breath. Keep on going. Last 3 to each side. 2, 1, and relax. Head comes down, arms come down, one foot, next foot, and relax. Let your head turn from side to side if you need to. Let those knees rock a little bit. Okay, next exercise, moving on to our side. This is one of my real favourites. This is side bend. So we are in a lying position. Our legs are relatively straight across our hips, but the knees are bent behind us. Elbow is underneath your shoulder and push down through that elbow. Don't let your neck collapse. So, not that. Lifting up nice and long. Arm is resting by your side. Now this is a little bit more of a challenging exercise because we're working our waist muscles, we're working our hips, we're also stabilising through the shoulder. If you're not comfortable with this exercise, I would suggest that you do clamshell instead. So you all know clamshell exercise. Lying on our fronts, knees bent, lifting that top knee. So just a quick reminder of clamshell if you'd rather do that and do the side bend. But up into side bend again, elbow beneath the shoulder, push down through the elbow, arms nice and straight. We're taking a breath in, and as we breathe out, squeezing those knees together to lift up, and then breathe in to lower down. What's really important with this is as we lower down, we don't let the waist collapse. So we're lifting up and lowering down. Lifting up and lowering down. There's level 1. If you wish, you can bring in the arm stretch. So breathing out to lift, breathing in to lower. Breathing out to lift, breathing in to lower. Last progression on from that. We're bringing our hand onto the floor, not the elbow this time. Knees are bent, feet are together, taking a breath in, breathe out, reaching up, breath in to hold, breathe out, lowering back down again. Breath in, just going to do 2 more, of whichever level you're doing, lowering down, and the last one. Okay, quick switch to the other side, for our other side of side bend. So onto the elbow, straight across the hips, knees are bent, feet tucked in behind, push down through the elbow, elbows underneath the shoulder, underneath side of the waist is lifted, and we're starting just with those hips lifting up. Keep pushing through the elbow, keep that waist lifted, don't let it collapse. You can bring in that stretch if you want for level 2. So breathing out, breath in to hold, breathe in to lower. And then if you wish, we've got our last progression, which is the full side bend. So feet in front of you, hand extended away. Breathing out to lift up and over. Breathe in to lower down. Breathe out to lift up and over. Breathe in to lower. And our last one. And down. Side bend. Okay, we are moving on. And I mean, hopefully this will work out. We're going to do one of the ones lying in our front. Not probably going to be perfect with the filming, but we'll see how we go. I'll talk you through it before we actually get into the exercise. So this is breaststroke preps, which is a really lovely one to open up the front of the chest, to work those muscles round about the shoulder blade area. So we're going to be lying face down, with our forehead resting on our little cushion or our folded up towel. Arms are going to be by our side, and we need to make sure we've got a neutral position through our lower back. So think about the tummy button pulling away from the mat and heavy through the pubic bone. Forehead resting on the cushion. And we are breathing in to open up the front of the shoulders. Breathing out, lengthen those fingertips away from you. Take a breath in, breathe out, lower back down again. So keep working with this exercise. Only lift as high as you can without losing neutral, without your bottom doing all the work. Breathe out to lift, breath in to hold, breathe out to lower down. I've got a head turn just so I can speak to the camera. Your head should be pointing down throughout. Stay long through the back of the neck. Keep that little tuck of the chin. Lower back down. And let's do one more of those. Breaststroke preps. Got one more exercise for you, which is just a lovely stretching one. The last one, hip twist level 2. I'm sure we've all done hip twist level 2, and it's one that most of us really quite like to do. It's just a nice stretch at the end of a routine. So back onto our back again. Knees together, feet together. Arms resting at the side of you, just in a comfortable position. If you have sore neck or shoulders, they might want to be a little bit lower, wherever's comfortable for you. Those shoulder blades are firmly fixed down onto the floor. We're taking a breath in, and as you breathe out, the knees are going to drop down to the right hand side. Your left foot's going to lift up because it's glued to your left. Your head's going to turn to the left. Keep those shoulder blades down. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, use these muscles through the waist to bring you back up through centre. Take a breath in, and then as you breathe out, moving the knees in the opposite direction. Breath in to hold. Breathe out. Use these muscles to bring you back up again. 2 more to each side. Breathing out. Breath in to hold. Breathe in to return. Breath in. Last one to each side. And that's us. So that's my top 5 exercises. I hope you've enjoyed them. Just remember, with all of these exercises, you listen to what your body's telling you. Stick with your own limitations. If anything you're not comfortable with, then just keep the level low. You've been working with this for a while, so you kind of know which exercises you're confident with. If you enjoyed the video, then please do put some comments on my YouTube or give me a like. Subscribe. If you subscribe, then any new videos that come on you'll be told, you'll be informed directly of anything else that comes on. Okay, so thank you very much and hope to see you next time. Bye.